Now, before I proceed on with this video, it may land, or should I say, excuse me, it may fall into the lap of some Trump supporters. With that, I'll say it's cool. This video here is for everybody. And no, I'm not no Trump hater. I can't stand that term. I mean, you have to realize hate. I don't like that word hate. Is because it's a very strong word. It's a very strong term, and that's not who I am. So yes, this video is for everyone. Even though he is not my most favorite person in the world, no, I don't give my commentary on what the subject of this video is going to be. All I ask, and again, all I ask is people who is viewing this video, please keep the comments respectful. I'm not going to tolerate hate speech or racially insensitive, pardon my expression, bullshit. If I see anything like that in the comments, I'm having it flagged, blocked. Yeah, you go somewhere else with that. This video I want to pose open discussion on, other than social media. You know, how much censorship do you feel that we're having, especially in this day and age, and of course with Trump being forever banned on Twitter. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey everyone, and welcome to Celebrity Style Magazine, the YouTube channel, and the future home of CelebrityStyleMagazine.com. The place of entertainment, current events, and the latest celebrity tea. Whether it's your favorite actor or actress, or your most admired hip-hop artist, we will delve into the buffoonery of these here celebrities. Now, by the sounds of my voice, I know it doesn't seem like it is, but I am a child of the 80s. And I want to give a brief, I guess, synopsis of my thoughts of Donald J. Trump. Now, growing up as a kid, back in the early 80s, or say all the 80s, I admired this man once. Why? I mean, I was a young kid, naive. No, this big, rich, white guy that was on TV. And it wasn't the fact that, he was a big white guy. The fact that, hey, the man was rich. So that's the part I liked. He looked nice. Seemed like he has nice things. That's what I gravitated to as a kid. I remember, now this was like late 80s, I was taking a class trip to see the Christmas Spectacular at the time. And mind you, that's the only time I saw that Christmas Spectacular back then, and that was like, over 30 years ago. But anywho, I remember as we're driving along on the bus, we would pass by Trump Tower, and I thought that was pretty cool. Then I remember now we're going into the early 90s, and another part of Donald Trump I remember is when he built that casino out in Atlantic City, the Taj Mahal. I remember like it was yesterday. I was watching the news, and of course he had this big animated genie who would say, rub the lamp, or I forgot what it was, your wish is my command, and you rub the lamp and the genie would pop out. That sort of thing. Now, sadly, the Taj Mahal is no more. For back in 2017, it was sold in a liquidation sale. If my memory is correct, I think he had filed bankruptcy, and he eventually ended up losing it. And I mean, everything he lost. We're talking about 30,000+ pieces that was in that hotel. everything from carpeting, I guess coffee makers to chandeliers. People bought it up, and that was the end of that dream of his. Was he hurting financially? Most likely, probably not. But as time went on, this man I once admired just became annoying. From the point to being where dude just got on my last nerve. Especially when it came to him and other celebrities, primarily other celebrities. I can't remember of any current event that he commented on or gave his 2 cents to, but Donald Trump always spoke as if he knew everything, and that wasn't the case. I mean, you can have an opinion on it, but when it's something that it really didn't really affect him, well, he had to stick his big nose into it. Now let us fast forward to the year 2016. We all know what was going on, what we were doing in 2016. But before I delve into that year, this man teased 3 times that he was running for president. Now, if my memory is correct, I think that was during the last 2 presidential elections. I think that was the time when our former president, Barack Hussein Obama, was running. And then all of a sudden, which really didn't come to surprise to no one, he all of a sudden make an announcement that, nah, he changed his mind, he's not going to do it. But when 2016 rolled around, he changed his mind, and it was for real. And people like myself thought that this was a joke. Completely laughable. But like I said before, this time it was for real. Now, he was running against Hillary Clinton. Could care less about her. I'm going to spare any gory details on his campaign, his stupid rallies, all of that. That is for a video that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to relive it. If you guys want to discuss that in the comments, please feel free to do so. But I stress, keep it respectful. Now, in 2017, is it 2017? Yeah, 2017, or not quite 20, no, before, I'm sorry, excuse me. Before 2017 rolled around, before inauguration, surprise, surprise, guess who wins? Donald Trump. And to say the least, we were in for a bumpy ride. Well, I should say bumpy is an understatement when this man here became our 45th president. Okay, so after that brief synopsis, and I tried to keep it as brief as possible on Donald Trump, I just want to share my familiarity with this man growing up as a kid. Now, this video is not intended to talk about Donald Trump the man, his success, his failures, bankruptcies, not even his presidency. For that's something I would rather forget about. Or do I? That may be a video that I may consider doing. I don't know. As I said, we don't care too much for this guy. But no, folks, this video is going to be about social media and censorship. Now, as you're well aware, Donald Trump did a lot of tweeting, and I mean a lot of damn tweeting during his 4 full years in office. Now, to me, I mean, it seemed like this dude had a lot on his hands, because Twitter, to me, it seemed like Twitter was a drug for him in a way that he could not steer clear from or could not do without 24 hours in a day. Now, as I said before, Donald Trump seems to have a lot of time on his hands, and I mean a lot of time. And most of that time was spent on Twitter. Yes, Twitter. It seemed that's all he did because every single day, whether it was CNN, Fox, MSNBC, shoot, even the regular news networks, they were always showing Donald Trump tweets. Now, if I remember correctly, I think they said that within a 24-hour period, that he sent out, if my memory is correct, 20 tweets in a day. You guys can correct me that in the comment section below. I'm not sure. All I do know is that he did a lot of damn tweeting. Now, his tweeting, unfortunately, before he reluctantly moved in the office, we have to now take a trip down to January 6th in front of the Capitol Hill, where he had his last rally. Now, you guys know, of course, what happened on January 6th. That whole insurrection, pardon me. Well, the whole chaotic mess that happened on January 6th, where you had crazy ass men and some women in there storming the Capitol building, where you had a lot of Capitol police were hurt, or unfortunately, one died. And due to his rally and his normal Twitter fingers going off, Twitter put their foot down and put him in permanent Twitter jail. No, excuse me, not Twitter jail, Twitter life sentence, because they felt that he was the main cause for what happened that day. But not only what happened on January 6th, but he was also being accused of putting out a lot of false information. And I guess to some folks who see it this way, they pretty much put their hands up and said, you know what, no, we can't allow this, so we're going to ban you permanently. Now, as of October 4th, which was 24 hours ago, taken from the article of MTL News. Now, again, this is MTL News. We don't know how factual this is, but this is what they're saying. Donald Trump was kicked off Twitter for inciting the January 6 riots at Capitol Hill, but he wants a judge to force Twitter to allow him to return. Plaintiff Donald J. Trump respectfully moves for a preliminary injunction directing inter alia defendant Twitter, I hope I pronounced that right, and all persons acting in concert with defendant to reinstate plaintiff's access to defendant's social media platform, the filing reads. Now, I thought Donald Trump was finished with social media. Now, there's another social media platform called Gab. I've heard of it. It's probably more of a conservative type of free speech type of platform. I thought he was making his home there, his permanent home there, because not only Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, well, they don't want him because they find his words to be too dangerous. And that's where the question of censorship falling into place. Do you guys feel that this man is being censored. Now, in my personal opinion, his words in regards to January 6th, I'm not going to talk about the other tweets because I don't remember half of the tweets that this man put out, except for the false ones or the ones that really couldn't have been proven what he said. Again, you guys could challenge me to that. But as far as January 6th, his words did not help the situation. I mean, if you look at that footage one more time, it would seem like as these men were possessed, and they just went in to find anyone who they can to kill. Again, you can challenge me on that. Now, moving on with this article, Trump accuses Twitter of censoring him by indefinitely banning him, and the company exercises a degree of power and control over political discourse in this country that is immeasurable, historically unprecedented, and profoundly dangerous to open democratic debate. Twitter founder Jack Dorsey said at the time that the unprecedented move was dangerous, but added, "We face extraordinary and attainable circumstance, forcing us to focus on all our actions on public safety. Offline harm as a result of online speech is demonstrably real and what drives our policy endorsement above all." Now that's what the question lies, folks. Is Donald Trump being censored? Now, throughout the course of his entire presidency, Twitter really didn't do much. Well, they did. They did, I think, have to come up with corrections on the information that he put out there. Some of the stuff that was proven to be false, yes or no, again, open debate. But they didn't, really, in my opinion, censor him on what he said on the platform. It wasn't until January 6th that caused a problem. Now, before I get into what I think about him being permanently banned on Twitter, I'll say this. I thought as a man who was this huge real estate mogul, the guy that was this big businessman that did a lot of, what's that saying again? A mover and a shaker in the real estate world, that he held himself or he carried himself in a different manner. But it seemed that when he became president, we got someone completely different. We got someone that was crazy. Now, again, with the rallies, no, that's for pure entertainment. No, pure entertainment. No serious topics was even being discussed. It was just getting the crowd riled and pumped up. And again, in my own personal opinion, I just think it was really, still to this day, really shocking to me that this man even became president. But whether I like this or not, Donald Trump has the right to say what he feels, what he wants to say, what he feels is true, He has the right to say what he wants to say, but at the same time, when it comes to this free speech thing, I thought there was a consequence behind it. Coming towards the end of this man's term, they decided to permanently place him in a lifetime sentence, a lifetime ban on Twitter. Should he be permanently banned from Twitter? Again, as a human rights issue, whether I cringe when I say this, no one deserves to be censored. But in regards to him, it's like, I feel there's something mentally wrong with this guy. Hands down. I really do. No one deserves to be censored. Everyone, if it can be proven with a shadow of doubt that's true, then yes, he belongs, or anyone else deserve to have a platform on Twitter. That's all I have to say on this, folks. I mean, I don't know what else other commentary to add. What do you think? Again, please keep the comments respectful. We're all grown here. I'm giving you guys the right to express how you feel, but I will not tolerate racial or insensitive remarks. I'm sorry, not here. That will be blocked and removed, and you can take your hate speech elsewhere. With that being said, the question one more time: is Donald Trump being censored, and does he deserve clemency from his lifetime Twitter ban? Okay? Again, express that below in the comment section. And to end this off, remember, we're still going through a pandemic. Yes, folks, we're still going through C-19, this Delta variant, what have you, and I want us all to be safe, be well, and I'll check you guys in the next video. Bye.